In 1968, Norman Jewison directed and produced the film. It was nominated for 2 Academy Awards, including Best Original Song by Michel Legrand, for The Windmills of Your Mind. The story revolves around a millionaire businessman named Thomas Crown, played by Steve McQueen, who executes the perfect crime. In the movie The Thomas Crown Affair, a man orchestrates a bank robbery in Boston, using 4 men to do the dirty work, while a 5th man drives the getaway car and deposits the stolen money in a cemetery trash can. Thomas Crown keeps his distance from all involved, ensuring they never meet or know each other before the heist. After observing the driver in the cemetery, Crown retrieves the money from the trash can. He then carefully travels to Switzerland, depositing the stolen money in increments to avoid drawing attention to himself. This classic showcases Crown's meticulous planning and execution of a high-stakes heist. Faye Dunaway portrays insurance investigator Vicki Anderson in the movie. She is hired to probe a heist. If she recovers the loot, she earns 10% of it. Quickly, she senses that Thomas Crown orchestrated the theft. Despite being affluent, he commits crimes for the thrill, turning it into a game. Their cat-and-mouse chase adds a layer of intrigue to this classic. Faye Dunaway's character lets him know that she is aware that he's the thief, and she intends to prove it. A cat-and-mouse game starts up, but it's pretty obvious that the 2 people are attracted to each other from the very beginning. An affair develops, and this complicates Vicky's vow to find the money and to help the detectives solve the crime and bring the guilty party to justice. Vicky starts closing in on him by using the IRS as leverage against his liquid assets. She tries to work a deal with law enforcement, but the detectives refuse to deal. In an effort to find out if Vicky is really on his side and that she truly loves him, he organizes another robbery exactly like the first with different accomplices, pulling the job off. He also tells Vicky where the drop is going to be. The robbery is successful, but there are gunshots, and the viewer is left with the impression that there may have been some people killed, which raises the stakes considerably. Knowing that the robbery has been pulled off, the police and Vicky stake out the cemetery where the drop is going to be made. After the drop is made, they wait for Thomas to arrive so they can arrest him. His Rolls-Royce pulls in, and you think it's him coming to retrieve the money. But it's not. He sent a messenger in his place with a telegram asking Vicky to bring the money with her and to join him. If she doesn't want to, she can keep the car. She tears the telegram to bits and throws the pieces up in the air as she gazes up to the sky with tears in her eyes as Crown flies away in a jet. Steve McQueen loved making the movie. He said it's one of the favorite of his career. He undertook all his own stunts, which included playing polo and driving the dune buggy at a real high speed along the coastline. Film techniques have played a crucial role in enhancing the overall storytelling of the Thomas Crown Affair. One of the more noteworthy aspects of this classic is its use of split screen, especially in the opening sequence. Throughout the film, this technique is consistently utilized to convey various perspectives simultaneously, offering a unique viewing experience. While some critics have argued that it prioritizes style over content, I believe that the split-screen method serves as a clever way to pack a wealth of information into a single shot. Interestingly, the real reason behind the adoption of this technique was to reduce the running time of the opening sequence, a decision made by the video editor Hal Ashby. The success of the split screen in the initial scene led to its incorporation in later parts of the film, showcasing its effectiveness in conveying multiple narratives in a visually engaging manner. This demonstrates the innovative approach taken in the film's production to captivate audiences and enhance the storytelling process. Sean Connery had originally been the choice for the title role, but he declined it because he was completely exhausted from filming You Only Live Twice. He later regretted that decision. Faye Dunaway's breakthrough movie Bonnie and Clyde hadn't come out yet when she was cast in May for the film. Steve McQueen used to joke with her and referred to her as Dun Fadeaway. All this was done without him being aware that she would become an overnight sensation that summer after Bonnie and Clyde came out. The producers of the Thomas Crown Affair sought help from the FBI for shooting the movie, They wanted to film the FBI headquarters in Boston, but the agency refused, stating that the script portrayed them as incompetent. The FBI declined to be associated with the film due to this depiction. Despite their efforts, the producers had to find alternative ways to depict the eye in the movie without the agency's direct involvement. This decision by the FBI had an impact on the production process of the film, requiring adjustments to be made to portray law enforcement accurately. The Thomas Crown Affair had to navigate this challenge and find creative solutions to work around the constraints imposed by the FBI's refusal. In the 1968 movie The Thomas Crown Affair, the Ferrari driven by Faye Dunaway is a rare gem. Referred to as one of those Italian things, it is actually the first of only 10 Ferrari 275 GTBs ever made, with a serial number of 9,737. Steve McQueen was so impressed with the car that he wanted one for himself. He eventually acquired serial number 10,453, which is currently owned by a collector in New York. The dune buggy featured in the film was a Meyer Mannix built in California on a VW Beetle chassis with a Chevrolet Corvair engine. This iconic dune buggy was frequently imitated. Crown's two-door Rolls-Royce Silver Shadow sported a Massachusetts vanity license plate reading TC 100 for the movie, adding to the allure of this classic film. In the 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, the one-minute kissing sequence between the two leads took about 8 hours to film over a number of days. However, this is not the sexiest part of the film. The scene occurs when the two characters sit down to a chess game. The camera focuses on both of them in close-up shots that alternate back and forth. Starting with the initial concept that they're continually trying to outthink each other, the game progresses, and so does the flirting that Vicky does with Thomas. This long sequence is considered one of the sexiest and most sensual scenes ever filmed in Hollywood. What makes it more amazing is the fact that they're fully dressed and sitting across the table from each other at an arm's length apart. If you've never seen this sequence, the movie is worth watching just for this scene. In 1968, during the Academy Awards, when the theme song Windmills of Your Mind won the Oscar for Best Original Song, singer Noel Harrison was unable to attend the ceremony to perform it. He had another commitment on a different film that he was working on. As a result, singer and guitarist Jose Feliciano stood in for him instead. This moment brought a unique twist to the evening as Feliciano took the stage to deliver a memorable performance in place of Harrison. The substitution added an unexpected element to the awards show and highlighted the camaraderie and support within the music industry. Feliciano's rendition of the award-winning song was well received by the audience, showcasing his talent and versatility as a musician. The Academy Awards ceremony that year left a lasting impression, not only for the recognition of exceptional musical talent, but also for the seamless adaptation to unforeseen circumstances in the world of entertainment. Alan Trussman, the writer of The Thomas Crown Affair, found inspiration for the film while working in a bank, where he often daydreamed about how one could rob it. The initial bank robbery scene was filmed at the downtown branch of the National Shawmut Bank. While guards and bank officials were aware of the filming, customers remained oblivious due to concealed cameras. Despite thinking a real robbery was happening, customers and pedestrians did not intervene. Eventually, the bank lobby where the robbery took place was transformed into a restaurant in the early 1970s. During the evening encounter between Vicky and Crown in the Thomas Crown Affair, Vicky is depicted smoking a Virginia Slim cigarette. These cigarettes, introduced around the same time as the movie was being made, were known for their narrow profile, considered a sophisticated way to smoke by many. The choice of featuring this brand of cigarette in the film added an element of chic elegance to the scene and highlighted the trendiness of Virginia Slims during that era. The subtle product placement captured the essence of sophistication and style that the characters embodied, further enhancing the overall aesthetic of the film. The use of Virginia Slims in this classic film showcased a snapshot of the cultural norms and preferences of the time, symbolizing a touch of refinement and sophistication in a visually striking manner. In 1968, The Thomas Crown Affair was released. This classic film may seem somewhat dated in the realm of heist movies today, but back in '68, it was considered quite the hot stuff. The movie's story is a crackerjack tale that is well-tooled, professionally crafted, and includes one of the sexiest scenes ever filmed in Hollywood. Take a trip down memory lane and experience the charm and intrigue of this iconic film. The Thomas Crown Affair is a movie from 1968 that left a significant impact and a lasting legacy in the world of cinema. This classic film is still relevant today because of its innovative storytelling and captivating performances. The movie's themes of crime, romance, and intrigue continue to resonate with audiences, showcasing timeless elements that keep it fresh even after many years since its release. The intricate plot twists and stylish cinematography of the Thomas Crown Affair set a high standard for heist films and crime thrillers, influencing many movies that followed. Its enduring popularity speaks to the quality of the film and its ability to captivate viewers across generations. The movie's impact on pop culture and its status as a classic in the genre solidify its place in cinematic history, ensuring that it will be remembered for years to come. The casting process for the 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, involved meticulous auditions, chemistry tests, and pivotal moments that determined the selection of key actors. Steve McQueen, known for his charismatic presence, was chosen for the titular role of Thomas Crown after a captivating audition that showcased his suave demeanor and commanding screen presence. Faye Dunaway was cast as Vicki Anderson after a chemistry test with McQueen demonstrated their on-screen compatibility and sizzling chemistry. Dunaway's elegance and acting prowess sealed her casting as the intelligent and alluring investigator. Other key roles, such as that of Eddie Malone, were filled after intense auditions to ensure the perfect fit for each character. The casting director sought actors who not only embodied the roles, but also complemented the dynamic between the main characters. Each actor's performance during auditions and chemistry tests played a significant role in defining the ensemble cast and shaping the film's overall tone and narrative. These pivotal moments in casting ultimately contributed to the success of the Thomas Crown Affair and solidified the chemistry between the leads. The directorial vision behind the 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, was focused on presenting a stylish and sophisticated heist film that captivated audiences. The director's approach involved emphasizing the cat-and-mouse game between the suave thief Thomas Crown and the determined investigator Vicki Anderson. Influenced by the French New Wave cinema, the director incorporated innovative editing techniques and a visually striking aesthetic to create a sense of tension and intrigue throughout the film. The director's style was characterized by a meticulous attention to detail, particularly in crafting the elaborate heist sequences and the romantic tension between the lead characters. Collaborating closely with the cast and crew, the director ensured that each scene was executed with precision and flair, enhancing the overall impact of the film. The production of the 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, involved meticulous set design and the use of innovative technologies for filming. The team faced logistical challenges in securing suitable locations and managing the complexities of shooting. The set design featured sleek, modern interiors to reflect the stylish nature of the film's characters. Locations ranged from elegant mansions to bustling city streets, adding depth to the story's visuals. Innovative techniques, such as the use of split screens for dynamic storytelling, were employed, enhancing the film's cinematic appeal. Despite the challenges, the production team successfully brought this iconic movie to life, setting a new standard for visual storytelling in the late '60s. The musical score and soundtrack of the 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, were carefully crafted to enhance the narrative and emotional tone of the film. Composed by Michel Legrand, the music perfectly complements the stylish and sophisticated nature of the movie. Legrand's jazzy arrangements and melodic themes add a layer of intrigue and romance to the story, capturing the essence of the heist thriller. The soundtrack features iconic tracks like The Windmills of Your Mind, which won the Academy Award for Best Original Song. This hauntingly beautiful piece underscores the complex emotions of the characters and the intricate plot twists, creating a memorable listening experience for viewers. Legrand's talent for blending different musical styles, from jazz to classical, adds depth and richness to the film's soundtrack. Collaborating with renowned musicians like drummer Grady Tate and guitarist Mundell Lowe, Legrand brought a dynamic energy to the score, enhancing the film's pacing and building tension during key moments. Their expert performances elevated the soundtrack to become a crucial element in shaping the overall tone of the Thomas Crown Affair. In conclusion, the music in the Thomas Crown Affair is a vital component of the film's success, enhancing the storytelling and emotional impact of this classic movie. The collaboration between Michel Legrand, the composers and musicians, resulted in a timeless soundtrack that continues to resonate with audiences to this day. In the 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, one iconic scene that stands out is the famous chess game between Thomas Crown and Vicki Anderson. The direction in this scene is masterful, building tension as the two characters engage in a mental duel. Steve McQueen's performance as Thomas Crown exudes confidence and intelligence, while Faye Dunaway's portrayal of Vicki Anderson is both fierce and captivating. Cinematography plays a crucial role in this scene, with close-ups highlighting the intense focus on each player's face. The use of shadows and lighting adds to the suspense of the game, drawing the audience in and keeping them on the edge of their seats. This moment has a profound impact on the audience, as it showcases the power dynamics between the characters and sets the stage for the rest of the film. Filmmakers and actors have commented on the significance of this scene, praising the chemistry between McQueen and Dunaway and the subtle nuances in their performances. Overall, the chess game scene in the Thomas Crown Affair is a standout moment that demonstrates the talent of the cast and crew involved, leaving a lasting impression on viewers long after the film ends. The 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, had a significant cultural and social impact. Audiences were captivated by the stylish portrayal of wealth and power, as well as the unconventional romance between the characters. The film's suave anti-hero and intricate heist plot influenced pop culture by setting a trend for sophisticated and charismatic leading men. Additionally, the discussion of themes such as crime, love, and morality sparked conversations about societal values and individual motivations. The Thomas Crown Affair remains a classic example of cinematic storytelling that continues to resonate with audiences today. The 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, received positive critical reception upon its release. Critics praised the film for its stylish direction, engaging plot, and the performances of its lead actors, Steve McQueen and Faye Dunaway. Audience reactions were also favorable, with viewers appreciating the film's mix of romance, suspense, and heist elements. In terms of awards, The Thomas Crown Affair garnered 2 Academy Award nominations for Best Original Song and Best Original Score. While it did not win in these categories, the recognition further solidified the film's quality in the eyes of the industry. For those involved in the film, such accolades signify a validation of their hard work and talent. Awards and positive reviews can boost the careers of actors, directors, and other crew members, opening up more opportunities in the competitive world of filmmaking. During the filming of The Thomas Crown Affair in 1968, there was an interesting dynamic between the film's stars, Steve McQueen and Faye Dunaway. McQueen, known for his method acting, would often stay in character even when the cameras weren't rolling, while Dunaway brought a more relaxed and spontaneous energy to the set. This contrast in acting styles created a unique tension on screen that added to the chemistry between their characters. Additionally, the iconic chess match scene in the movie was actually filmed without a script. McQueen and Dunaway improvised their lines, leading to a more natural and unpredictable interaction between their characters. These behind-the-scenes anecdotes offer a glimpse into the creative process and collaboration that went into making The Thomas Crown Affair a classic film. The 1968 movie, The Thomas Crown Affair, holds a significant place in film history due to its innovative storytelling and stylish direction. Its use of split-screen techniques and unconventional narrative structure influenced future filmmakers in developing unique visual storytelling methods. The movie's focus on a sophisticated heist and romantic tension between the characters inspired later works within the crime and romance genres. The Thomas Crown Affair set a standard for cinematic elegance and creativity that continues to impact filmmaking today. Have you ever been moved by a film like The Thomas Crown Affair from 1968? Share your personal stories and reflections on how this movie has influenced your love for cinema. Engage with us by liking, sharing, and subscribing for more cinematic discussion.